Hello friends, you are watching my YouTube channel Turgesar Biology. In today's lecture, we are going to study the actual process of protein synthesis. In previous two lectures, we have discussed about the essentials of protein synthesis. In that, mRNA, rRNA and tRNA, these are the non-genetic RNA and their role in the protein synthesis, as well as in the second lecture, we have studied about the genetic code. Now, in this lecture, we are going to start the actual process of protein synthesis. It completes according to the central dogma given by the Crick. The central dogma or the main theme of protein synthesis is DNA transcription, mRNA translation, polypeptide. Polypeptide means protein. Polypeptide is, this is the chain of amino acids which in turn forms the protein. Now DNA transcription, mRNA translation, protein or the polypeptide means DNA is a transcribed. Transcription means, now the transcription means the information from the DNA strand is copied. Transcription means the information from DNA strand. DNA contains the genes or gene directs the process of protein synthesis. Transcription means the information from the DNA strand is copied in the form of mRNA. DNA is a double-stranded structure which contains the structural genes, which contains the information related with the protein synthesis in the coded form. Now, this information is transcribed. This information is copied on mRNA. This is nothing but the transcription. Transcription means the information from DNA strand is copied in the form of mRNA. Now, this information is now on the mRNA or the cryptogram or the code, genetic code now is on the mRNA or the code which is essential for the protein synthesis is on the mRNA. Now, this code is decoded. This code is translated in the form of polypeptide. This code on the mRNA or the coded language on the mRNA is translated or converted into the form of polypeptide. This is nothing but the protein. Now, the two important processes involved in the protein synthesis are transcription and translation. Understood these two words? Transcription means and translation means. Now, the site of transcription takes place in the nucleus. Transcription takes place in the nucleus where the genetic material is present. Transcription takes place in the nucleus where the genetic material or DNA is present, and site of translation takes place in the cytoplasm. Translation takes place in the cytoplasm where the protein factories or the ribosomes are located or the ribosomes are present. Understood? Here are the two sites of protein synthesis. Transcription completes in the nucleus and translation completes in the cytoplasm where the ribosomes are present. This is the main theme or the central dogma of the protein synthesis. DNA, information on the DNA is translated in the form of mRNA, and information or the code on mRNA is translated in the form of polypeptide. Understood? Now, let us consider the first step of protein synthesis, that is the translation. The first step of protein synthesis, that is the transcription. transcription. Now the transcription means, as I have already told you, transcription means the information present on the DNA strand is copied on the mRNA. Now here this is the DNA strand. DNA is a double stranded structure and transcription takes place in the nucleus. DNA is a double stranded structure. This is the DNA, and DNA has a distinct polarity. Here it is a 3' end, here it is a 5' end, 3' end, here opposite 5' end, and here it is a 3' end. 3' end, opposite 5' end. Understood? Here, this is the double stranded DNA. Here are the complementary base pairing is there. Now, this DNA contains the structural gene. This DNA contains the structural gene, and structural gene contains the information for the protein synthesis. Now, this information is copied in the form of mRNA. Now, the very important role is played by the DNA dependent RNA polymerase. The enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase. This DNA dependent RNA polymerase unwinds the DNA and information is copied in the form of mRNA. Now here are the two strands of DNA. Now on which strand the information is copied? The strand which is located, the strand which is oriented in the 3' to 5' direction is called as the antisense strand. Is called as the antisense strand. The strand which is located in the 3' to 5' direction is called as the antisense strand, and the strand which is coded, which is oriented in 5' to 3' direction is called as a coding strand. Here are the two strands of DNA. The strand called as the antisense strand, the orientation is 3' to 5', and this antisense strand acts as a template strand. This antisense strand acts as a template strand on which the information is copied in the form of mRNA, and the coding strand which is oriented in the form of 5' to 3' direction, which contains the complementary base pairing. Now, the very important thing, the information copied by the enzyme RNA, the enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase. This DNA dependent RNA polymerase brings the local unwinding of DNA, and the information is copied from the antisense strand in the form of hnRNA or the heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Let us consider. Now, here I have shown this is the RNA polymerase. This is the RNA polymerase, and this RNA polymerase copies the information in the form of mRNA. Here, this is the mRNA molecule. This is the mRNA molecule. This unwinding proceeds, the RNA polymerase unwinds the DNA and proceeds further to copy the information. Now, as the information is copied, the mRNA is produced, and this mRNA is immature, or which is called as a primary mRNA transcript, which is not a true mRNA, which is directly used as used for the translation process. This mRNA is to be processed. Now, this mRNA, the orientation of this mRNA is 5' to 3' direction. The mRNA formed, which is oriented in 5 prime to 3 prime direction. Now this mRNA contains the exons and introns. Now this mRNA, here it is the mRNA. This mRNA, the orientation is 5 prime to 3 prime. This mRNA contains the coding and non-coding sequence. Here the coding and non-coding sequence is present. Now here are the introns, and here the blue color, these are the exons. Now what are introns and exons? The mRNA form, or the mRNA which is first formed by the RNA dependent polymerase, which is immature mRNA transcript, or which is also called as, very popularly called as, this is hnRNA. This is the hnRNA. hnRNA means heterogeneous nuclear RNA, and this heterogeneous nuclear RNA is to be processed in the form of mature mRNA transcript. Now what is the processing involved? The processing involved the three main steps. The first step is splicing, the second step is capping, and the third step is tailing. Splicing, capping and tailing. Now this hnRNA, or the heterogeneous nuclear RNA, contains both introns and exons. Now what are introns and what are exons? The introns are the non-coding sequences present in the mRNA, and exons are the coding sequences present in the mRNA. Now the non-coding sequences are not essential for the formation of polypeptide chain. They do not contain the true genetic code. Now the exons contains the actual information which is required for the translation process, or the actual information which is required for the protein synthesis. Now these introns, which are the non-coding sequences, these introns are to be removed. These introns are removed by the process called as splicing. Now the splicing means cutting and rejoining of this hnRNA. The introns are cut from the hnRNA and exons are joined. Now the first step is completed. This is the 5 prime and 3 prime end. This is hnRNA. 5 prime end and 3 prime end. Now only exons are present here. Only exons are present in this mRNA. This is hnRNA. Now the introns are removed. Introns which contains the non-coding sequences. This non-coding sequence is not required for the protein synthesis, and exons which contains the coding sequences which is essential for the protein synthesis are joined together. This is the first step, which is called as a splicing. Now the second step is capping. Now what is capping? In the capping, the unusual methyl guanosine triphosphate, MGPPP, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added to the 5 prime end of this mRNA. This methyl guanosine triphosphate is added or joined to the 5 prime end of the mRNA, which gives the stability to the mRNA molecule. Now the next step is capping. In that, here the MGPPP, methyl guanosine triphosphate, is added at the 5 prime end. Here it is 3 prime end. This step is called as a capping, and the third one, the last step in the processing, which is called as a tailing. In the tailing, the polyadenylation takes place. In the tailing, polyadenylation polyadenylation. Polyadenylation takes place means at the 3' end, of this mRNA, polyadenylation, adenine residues are added. Many adenine residues are added, which prevents the degradation of mRNA during the processing. Splicing removes the introns. And joins the exons. Capping at the 5' end, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added, which gives the stability. And tailing means polyadenylation. At the 3' end, adenine residues are added. Now, this is the 5' end where methyl guanosine triphosphate is present, and at the 3' end here polyadenylation, adenine residues are added. At the 3' end, adenine residues are added. This is called as a tailing. Here the complete processing takes place with these 3 steps. Now, after processing, this mRNA is called as a mature mRNA or called as a mRNA. Processed or mature mRNA. Understood? The sequence from the DNA strand, is copied on the mRNA. Here, the 2 strands of DNA are present. The strand which is oriented in 3' to 5' direction acts as a antisense strand, and the sequence of the antisense strand is copied on the mRNA molecule. This mRNA molecule is formed with the help of enzyme RNA polymerase or the DNA dependent RNA polymerase. This RNA polymerase brings the local unwinding of DNA, and RNA polymerase copies the sequence. The mRNA form is in the direction 5' to 3' direction. This mRNA is called as a hnRNA. The first formed or the immature mRNA without processing, it is called as a hnRNA or heterogeneous nuclear RNA. This hnRNA is to be processed by these 3 steps: splicing, capping and tailing. This hnRNA contains introns and exons. Introns are the non-coding sequences which is not essential for the protein synthesis, and exons are the actual coding sequences which is essential for the protein synthesis. Now, these introns are removed and exons are joined together with the help of splicing process. Here the first process is splicing. In splicing, introns are removed and exons are joined. The mRNA is oriented in 5' to 3' direction. The second step is the capping. In the capping process, the methyl guanosine triphosphate is added at the 5' end, which provides the stability to the mRNA molecule. And the third step, which is called as the tailing, in this step, at the 3' end, polyadenylation takes place, where many adenine residues are added at the 3' end, which prevents the degradation of this mRNA. Now, this mRNA, after processing, is ready for translation. This mRNA contains all the necessary information for the protein synthesis, and this mRNA contains the cryptogram or the genetic code essential for the protein synthesis. Now, this whole process of transcription takes place in the nucleus. So, this mRNA is sent for the translation towards the cytoplasm, because cytoplasm contains the ribosomes, and ribosomes are the actual protein factories, or the ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. This whole process takes place in the nucleus. This mature mRNA transcript, now this is called as a mature mRNA transcript, is transported towards the cytoplasm. Now this whole process takes place in the nucleus. The process of transcription takes place in the nucleus. This is the nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane, and nuclear membrane is a porous structure which contains the nuclear pores. Here are the nuclear pores are present. Nuclear membrane is a semi-permeable which contains the nuclear pores. And now this mature mRNA transcript is transported out from this nucleus towards the cytoplasm. This is the cytoplasm. Now this mature mRNA transcript is transported via this nuclear pore in the cytoplasm, where it gets bind to the ribosomes, where the ribosomes are present. These are the ribosomes. These are the ribosomes, where the ribosomes are present. Here 5 prime, 3 prime. This mature mRNA transcript is transported towards the cytoplasm, transported in the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, the ribosomes, these are the protein factories, are present. Now this mRNA gets binds with the ribosome for translation. Now the transcription takes place in the nucleus, and in the cytoplasm translation process takes place. And in the translation, the ribosomes translate, the ribosome decode this coded message in the form of polypeptide chain. Understood the process of transcription? In the next lecture, we will study the translation process actually. Now, understood the transcription process? Very simple. Double-stranded RNA, the sequence from the double-stranded RNA is copied on the mRNA. Splicing, capping and tailing. Splicing, introns are removed, exons are joined together. Capping, methyl guanosine triphosphate is added at the 5 prime end, which gives the stability. And tailing, in the 3 prime, at the 3 prime end, polyadenylation, adenine residues are added, which prevents the degradation of this mature mRNA transcript. Understood the transcription? In the transcription, the code or the information from the DNA is copied on the mRNA molecule. तुम्हाला जर काही शंका असेल तर कमेंट बॉक्स मध्ये कमेंट करा. व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर लाईक करा, आणि व्हिडिओ पूर्ण बघितल्यानंतर वॉच्ड कंप्लीटली अशी कमेंट करा. थँक्यू.